Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel where we simplify Java development one step at a time. In this session, we will explore how to work with JSON Web Tokens by creating a robust utility class. By the end, you will have a clear understanding of how to generate tokens, validate them, and extract vital information from token. Let's dive right in. In order to use JWT, we need one Maven dependency and it's com.nimbus.ds. And then we need one secret key in application.properties file. Then we will create a utility class and define few important methods using the JWT library. For example, generate token, validate token, extract username, and extract expiration of the token. Let's add the Maven dependency. Open pom.xml and under dependencies, add dependency com.nimbus.ds and refresh the pom file. So this is the one dependency we need to use JWT. Now second, open application.properties file and define one secret key. So we can use any key name here, but it should be valid. So we used jwt.security.key and provided the value to key. Now create a class, name it as utility. Make this utility class as component by using @component annotation. Then we need a secret key here that we defined in the properties file. So for that we use annotation @value, and here we will use the same name of the key used in the properties file and use a variable name. So we used secret key. Now second point is we need to create one method, generate token, and this generate token will take one parameter as username and return a string as a token. So first of all, here we need to define the issue date of the token, then expiration. So expiration of this token we will take as 1 day. So first of all, we need to calculate the number of milliseconds in a day. 24 hours, 60 to 60. The total calculation will be a number of milliseconds in a day. Now we need to define a date object. Import this class from java.util. Also, we need to create another date object which will represent expiration date. So here we will use issued date and we'll convert it into milliseconds and also add 1 day milliseconds in the current date. So now we have issue date object and token expiry date object. Next, we need to create a claim set. So in order to create a claim set, we need to use one class, JWT claim set. So here we need to add few claims like subject will be a username, issue time will be issue date we created above, then expiration we already created expiration date object above will pass here. So this is the second part of this method. In the first part, basically we created two data object, issue date and expiry date. Then in the second point, we created JWT claim set where we add username, issue date and expiry date. Now we need to create signer and header, use try and catch. So here we need to handle one exception of type Jose exception. So here we need signer and header. So related to signer and header, JWT provide two classes, JWS signer, JWS header. So we will use max signer class. And here we need to pass our secret key. So we defined secret key in application.properties file. And here at line number 14 and 15, we read that secret key and stored in the secret key string variable. So here we need to pass in the max signer constructor secret key dot in the form of bytes. Next, we need to create JWS header. In the header, we need to define the algorithm. So JWS algorithm class provides few constants. So we will use HS256 algorithm. Now signer and headers are ready. Need to create one object of signed JWT, and signed JWT will use header and claim set as well as signer to create a signed JWT token. Create object of signed JWT and first pass header So header is this. At line number 33 we created. Then we need to pass claim set. Claim set we created at line number 25 to 29. Use the object claim set. Now in the signed JWT object, we need to pass the object of JWS signer, that is signer. Now using this signed JWT object, we will create a token. So we will return signed JWT dot serialize. And if anything happen in this try catch, so we will return null. So it's a bit lengthy method. Let's recap once. So we created one utility class and used annotation at the rate component. So then we defined one secret key in application.properties file. We need that secret key in this class. So we read that secret key by using at the rate value annotation and pass the exact key we defined in the application.properties. We stored this key in the secret key. Now we created generate token, a public method, and it takes username and will return a token. Inside this generate token, first we need to create two data objects. One is the issue date of the token and second is the expired date. Then to add claims in the token, in short, to pass the username, issue date and expiry date of the token, we used one class JWT claim set, and using this class we added subject as a username, issue time, expiry time, and created this object JWT claim set. Now we need signer and header. For signer and header, we have two inbuilt classes, Mac signer and JWS header. So we used here at line number 32 Mac signer class and used JWS signer interface as a reference. We need to pass the secret key as a array of bytes in this Mac signer constructor. And for JWS header, we passed what exactly the algorithm we are using. So algorithms are defined basically JWS algorithm class. We have a constant to specify which algorithm we are going to use. Then at line number 35, we created signed JWT class object and passed header and claim set we created above. Also, we just need to set sign by using the signer object. So this signed JWT class provides one method serialize, which will generate one token having this signer and header information along with the secret key basically developed on the base. If this try block has some issues, means exception occurred, so we will return the null from here. Generate token method is ready to use. Now let's create another method, valid token. Create a public method which will return a boolean value and will take as token as string. Let's create a validate token method which will take string as token and will return a boolean value. Handle exception of type Jose exception and parse exception. Signed JWT class provides a method parse used to parse the token. So now use signed JWT and use a static method parse and pass the token. Now next we need to create a verifier, and Mac verifier class is used as a verifier. Now let's create an object of Mac verifier which will verify this token, and here we need to pass a key, a secret key we used to create a token in the form of array of bytes. Now used signed JWT object and invoke its method verify, which will verify the token. It will return true or false. Use if condition. If it's not verified, then return false. And if the provided token is successfully verified, now second step is to verify its expiration date. So again, use signed JWT object, and it provides a method get JWT claim set, and then call a method get expiration date. So it will return object of type date. So if expiration time not equal to null and expiration time after the current date and time. So this expression will verify that the expiration time object is not null, means a claim set has a value of expiration, and further the value in the expiration time should be ahead of the current date and time. So if both conditions satisfy, then we are returning true from here, and if anything happened wrong, then from catch block return false. So this is another method to validate the token. Again, let's recap once. So here we need to use parse method, and this method parse is used to parse the token, and it's provided by signed JWT. Signed JWT class has a static method parse which actually parse the provided token. Next, we need a verifier, and verifier is responsible to verify this token. We need to create an object of Mac verifier class and pass the secret key. This is the same secret key we used to generate the token. Now, signed JWT class provide a method verify, and we need to pass the verifier. If it's returning true, means your token is verified successfully, it's fine. If it's returning false, then return the false from here. If the provided token is valid and verified by the verifier, then check its expiration time. So signed JWT class provides a method get JWT claim set, which returns all the claims we added while generating the token. So get expiration time claim from the given claim set, and check if claim set exists and not null, and second condition is it should be ahead from the current date and time, then return true from here, means the valid token is having a valid expiration time. So if anything happened wrong in the try block, then return false from the catch block. We have created generate token and validate token, both methods. Now we need to create two another methods, extract username and extract expiration from the given token. Now first create extract username. Create a public method, will return string as a username, and it will extract from the provided token. So again, signed JWT class we will use, and here we will use a parse static method and provide the token, and further we will call a method get JWT claim set, and from here we will call a method get subject, and subject is what? A username. So parse method showing parse exception, we need to handle it. So extract username method is ready to use. Next, make a copy of this method, and we need to extract the expiration. It will return data object, change a method get expiration, and rest will same. So we created extract username and extract expiration. So let's test these methods. For now, test this method by creating a main method. So first create an object of utility class, then using this util object set a secret key, copy from the property file, then generate the token and pass the user, print on console. Now extract username and expiration date. Extract username, pass the token created above, print on console, then get and display expiration, and after generating the token, here first validate the token, pass the token. If your token is valid, only then extract the claims. So just to verify the functionality we written, we created a main method in the same class and created the object of utility class. Then using the util object, we define the secret key and called a method generate key by passing the username. So this generate token will generate a token and we printed on the console. Then this token we are validating using a method validate token. So if this validate token returns true, only then we will extract the claims from the token. So we have two claims right now, username and expiration date and time. So save the changes and execute the main method. Now at line number 87, we created the token and line number 88, we printed it. So now we can see the generated token in the logs. Next, we extracted the username and expiration. But before getting the claims, we are checking it's a valid token or not. So it means the provided token is valid. That's why we are able to see username and expiration date in the logs. So now our JWT utility class is ready to use. In the coming videos, we will use this utility class in the JWT authentication filter.